What is up, everyone? Corn O'Keefe back yet again, bringing you part 2 of O'Keefe's Q&A. And I've actually decided to break this down into more than just 2 parts and possibly make it into an ongoing mini-series. So with that being said, if some of you ask me questions and you don't see them get answered in part 2, then guarantee you this: they will be answered in either part 3 or 4, and that's a guarantee, folks. So without further ado, let's get down to the Q&A part 2. These first sets of questions are coming from Frisk863. Question number 1 from Frisk: are you a fan of the CW Flash? Actually, yeah, I am. I actually watch the CW Flash on Netflix almost every other day, sometimes actually, and on season 2 right now, though. Actually, I'm catching up, I should say. So I've already seen season 1. I'm halfway through season 2 as we speak. So yeah, I am a fan for sure. Second question from Frisk: what motivated you to join the Versus community? Well, my little brother and sister, a lot of other people I met on the internet before deciding to become a Versus debater, and watching other Versus debaters make videos like Seth the Programmer, Chuck the Cybercuck, Animation Rewind, a lot of other people as well, and I just really got inspired to do it, and I felt like I could really spread a lot of good knowledge and positivity and power scale characters and have a fun time Versus debating. And I was just really inspired to do so by a lot of different people, so I hope that answers your question. Final question from Frisk: who would win in a fight, Meg Griffin or Dan Hibiki? Now, this is actually a little subjective because Meg has had her moments, but ultimately, if we really put him in a serious confrontation and break it down seriously and ignore the gags and stuff and ignore, Dan's a coward and this and that, and I really do think he would come out on top majority of the time if we take it seriously. But if we use some weird stuff for Meg, then sure, give it to Meg. But overall, I see Dan Hibiki in a serious confrontation taking Meg out for the count, taking her down. Hope that answers your questions, man. Moving right on down the line, folks. These next sets of questions are coming from ZDogS. Question number 1 is: what are your favorite Versus shows? Well, right off the top of my head, I would have to say Rewind Rumble, Cartoon Fight Night, Universes, Cartoon Fight Club, Versus Verdict from Diphonoid, and there's honestly a few more, but just off the top of my head, those are some of my favorite Versus shows. Now, question number 2 from ZDogS: least favorite Dragon Ball character? Now, I'm going to be truthful right here. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm going to have to say Chaozu. Yeah, the little buddy of Tien Shinhan. Tien Shinhan's little buddy, Chaozu. Just never been a fan. I mean, even in the original Dragon Ball, this little dude just got on my nerves. Always trying to mess around with Krillin, mess around trying to cheat in them tournaments and stuff, until he did become good, obviously. But I just remember he's just a snake in the grass back when you first meet him. I love Tien. Tien's one of my favorite, but that's off the point. I just don't like Chaozu that much. Even when he became good and fought the Saiyans, I just wasn't a fan. I mean, it was great. He made his little sacrifice, but least favorite character is probably Chaozu. Final question from ZDogS: will you do updated versions of the Epic Island battles that got deleted? Well, that's still up in the air. It's definitely possible. Yeah, it's definitely a possibility. Hope this answers your questions, man. Let's move right on down the line, folks. These next sets of questions are coming from BMan9000. Have you ever heard of Mugen? Actually, yeah, and another YouTuber by the name of Apex Predator actually has a Mugen Versus series over there. Shows off characters fighting and all that kind of stuff. And I noticed you've been uploading some of those battles on your channel as well. I've been checking out. Now, question number 2 from BMan9000. If all stats were equalized, who would win, Goku Black or Sans? I would still have to give it to Goku Black. I mean, he would actually have more hacks than Sans. Sans does have his, his karma hacks and all that stuff, but I mean, to be honest, there is a chance that may not work. For one, Goku Black can summon clones of himself, slice open completely different timelines, and Goku Black can actually keep growing stronger throughout the fight, so there is a good chance he can surpass his current level anyway. So I personally got to say Goku Black. It would be interesting, but I got to go with Black. Final question from B-Man9000. Would you want to be in your own favorite video game? Well, heck yeah. I mean, I would love to be in Kingdom Hearts. Well, that is subjective today. Kingdom Hearts was at one point my favorite, but I would definitely love to be in it. It's still one of my favorites. So I guess I would say Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, I would definitely love to be in Kingdom Hearts, wielding the Keyblade, freaking stopping time, manipulating gravity, all that. Hope all this answers your questions, man. Moving right down the line, folks. These next sets of questions come from the MLG Avocado, good buddy of mine, great YouTuber. Question number 1, is Sans Ness? Now, Ness is from Earthbound, Sans is from Undertale, but there is a lot of speculation, obviously, going around. So, I'll leave that up to your interpretation. Personally, I don't believe so, but I think Sans is more along the lines of, like, Jack Skellington's son. Second question from the MLG Avocado. Favorite and least favorite Cartoon Fight Club, Death Battle, and Rewind Rumble. Now, least favorite Cartoon Fight Club, probably going to have to be Gumball versus Kid Goku. Favorite Cartoon Fight Club to this very day, going to have to be Bugs Bunny versus Mickey Mouse. Now, as for Death Battle, least favorite might, as of today, might actually be Doctor Strange versus Dr. Fate. As of today, least favorite. Favorite, though, Afro Samurai versus Samurai Jack. Now, Rewind Rumble, least favorite, I'd probably have to say Shadow versus Sasuke. Favorite, though, I would probably have to say Jiren versus Superman, because both characters in that got so much justice done for him, it was insane. I really love that episode. Hope that answers your questions, man. Final question from the MLG Avocado. How easy to sand solo Dragon Ball? About as easy as it would be for Goku to solo Marvel, which isn't happening anytime soon. So, not easy at all, my friend. Hope that answers your questions. Moving right down the line, folks. These next sets of questions come from Prince Zuko 91. Question number 1. What is your thoughts on the Logan Paul versus Logan Paul fight? Oh, yeah. I actually recently saw Logan Paul fight Logan Paul, and, like, you could tell, like, these guys have the build on them. They look bigger than one another. They even have the reach on each other, but, like, they don't have the stamina, from what I remember at the end of the day. Like, neither one of these guys had the stamina. Like, they had the build. They had, what would you say? Genetic strength, the God-given strength, but the stamina, man, the stamina. Both these guys just really didn't have the stamina, Logan Paul and Logan Paul. Question number 2 from Prince Zuko. Who's your favorite UFC fighter? Well, to this very freaking day, like, Ken Shamrock, the legend himself, is my favorite UFC fighter of all time. Ken Shamrock. Final question from Prince Zuko 91. Favorite Mario character? Easily Waluigi. I've always been a fan. Love playing him in the Mario Kart games, all the games he's in, really. Like, obviously he's not in, like, every single game, but he's personally, unironically, my favorite Mario character, Waluigi. Hope all of this answers your questions, man. Now, let's move right on down the line, folks. These last sets of questions on part 2 of the Q&A are coming from Darkness Explorer. Question number 1, what is the strongest character you know? Now, I don't know if you're specifically meaning just physical strength or just all around strong, just powerful. I would just assume you mean just all around powerful. I would say the one above all is the most powerful fictional character that I know of. If that's what you specifically mean. If it's not, I apologize. I'll try to re-answer that in the next one, but the one above all for now, for sure. Question number 2. How many Star Wars movies have you seen? Every single one of them. Yeah. Every single one of them, dude. And most of them, in my opinion, are better than what a lot of people say, but I do have some problems with some of them. but for the most part, I've seen every single one of them, and I'm a fan overall. And that was the final question. And I hope you have a great day as well, man. And this is the conclusion to part 2 of O'Keefe's Q&A. Let me know what you think down below. If you have any more questions for the next couple parts, if you want me to do this as an ongoing mini-series, let me know that as well. As always, have a blessed day, folks. Peace.